You're listening to the Macky Rat Podcast, a comedy podcast that flips people's lives upside down, and in the podcast universe can only be described as a stranger thing. If you couldn't tell already, this episode is dedicated to talking about the probably now no longer relevant phenomenon known as Stranger Things Season 5. So sit back. If you've already, now we've given people enough time to have already watched this season, and you can hear us talk about a show that, you know, you've probably already forgotten 90% about. You can follow us on X at MACKYRATHOUSE. And I'm Mr. X. With me, my beloved co-host, Caleb. And
hey guys.
Hey guys. We're gonna talk about Stranger Things.
Yellow dog.
Season 5. Yellow. Anyways, it was a pretty good intro, I think. It's too long. No one's listening. The last average view time on our thing, begging people to listen is not working, as the last average view time was 1 second.
Yeah. People heard the please don't stop, and they just shut it off immediately.
For those who are out there listening on YouTube, please. They just immediately click stop.
Nope.
I tried dog.
Next.
Yeah, great. Anyways,
do you think if we just had a dog barking for the first 30 seconds of the podcast, that people would listen longer?
Yeah. People do not like you pleading for you to listen to their podcast, it would seem. But hopefully people are going to listen to this one just because Stranger Things is, I don't know. I don't think, oh well, who cares? We're going to talk about it. If you like Stranger Things, you can listen to it. And we're going to talk about everything. Season 5 and some other great Stranger Things. And I didn't talk about this on the podcast ever, but it is basically I don't know if it's like a conspiracy theory. I mean, it's a conspiracy theory, but I don't know if it's just like one of these tall tales, like creepypasta things or whatever. But there's this thing called, well, let's you know how Stranger Things, okay, so we'll just talk about it later. Tell me, we're going to talk about season 5. You tell me about Stranger Things season 5, and I'll tell you things that I thought about when watching Stranger Things season 5.
Okay. Well, you want a complete overview of everything that's gone on so far?
Now let's talk about episodes. We'll start it. First of all, you sat down, you turned it on, and you watched episode 1, season 5, episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what the title of that episode is?
Was it The Crawl?
I have no idea what it is. So we'll say season 5, episode 1, The Crawl.
I think that's either the first one or the second one. I can look it up real quick.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It is correct. I was right. The Crawl is the name of the episode.
Why do they call it that? I feel like they don't even go into
how do you not know why they call it? It's like a central theme of the episode.
I know it's what they call them going into the upside down. It's just, I feel like they didn't even do that the first episode.
Well, yeah, they start doing that. Yeah. They plan for it, and I think at the very end of the episode, they kind of start it.
What even happens?
I think, hop. What happens where?
At the beginning of this thing. I can't remember anything in the stupid show. This season is the worst season.
At the beginning of the show, everybody is living with the Wheelers for some reason. I don't think that's explained exactly. Well, I think Will and his mother and uh, the Byers, basically the Byers family, their house is like destroyed. I don't remember exactly what happened in previous seasons, but they don't have a place to live, so they're all living with the Wheelers. And I don't really know why everyone else is there, other than they're all friends. So yeah, everybody's living in the Wheeler house, much to the chagrin of the patriarch of that family, who kind of just wants everybody to move the fuck out.
Yeah, he's like, was the black kid there
Blackhead, was he
at
there?
the
I think he
sleepover?
was there. Yes, I think he was there. Yeah.
Oh, it would have been great if the black kid wasn't there, and it was like implying that he doesn't let black people in the house.
He might not actually. I can't. I'm trying to remember. He may not actually be there. It might just be the Byers. Is it anyone else there? Is Yeah, maybe it's just the Byers family who is there. So it's just the Wheelers and the Byers family. So everyone else is in their own houses, I guess.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say that it's sub
Everyone but the black guy.
yeah, it's subtext that the guy does not let black people in his house. I'm just gonna say
Yeah.
that.
That works. Yeah.
So everyone is I remember it's like an 80s thing. It's like the table with all the breakfast on it. 80s movie
Correct.
name, right?
Yeah. Sunny D, Eggo waffles, a lot of brand sponsorship stuff. Yep.
Why would they need to make that? I mean, I get it. People are living there, but it's not like you have to. Couldn't they just all have cereal?
I I feel like it's well, what do you mean? Why are they having such a fancy
Yeah,
breakfast?
exactly. It's like they're under like this military. They're all there. They have this. It's like everyone. It's like chill because like the military's taken over the town, right?
Right.
So it's like, well, normally we would not let the Wheelers stay here, but since we're living under like military, what do they call it? They're
I
gonna
don't
do
know,
it during COVID.
occupation.
No, they're like gonna shut down the town, city, and stuff.
Oh, I don't know what you would call that.
Yeah, well, they're that,
They're that.
and so that's how this season starts.
All right.
Do they go straight to the?
Second.
They show the military stuff right away too, right?
Yeah, they show that pretty early in the beginning during the whole radio show opening.
Oh yeah, she's doing like the narration is the lesbian girl is a and spoiler alerts by the way,
Hmm.
but the lesbian girl is a DJ
Correct. Yep.
and her friend. Why is she? How come she's a DJ?
That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe just because the term rock and robin was too convenient, so they had to use it.
Isn't there other people that had like a radio show, or maybe it was like just all like radio stuff from the big city or something. Like Howard Stern was like, hey, this is that. I'm Howard Stern. Shalom.
Shalom.
Or
I don't
whoever,
know if
like
Howard
Wolfman.
Stern has
Yeah,
ever said the term shalom.
probably has. It was like Wolfman Jack. They should have had Wolfman Jack somehow been trapped in the city, and he's like, "Woo! It's hey baby, it's me, Wolfman Jack. I'm stuck in this shitty town, man."
He would fit, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that should have been like their mentor. They should have been like Wolfman Jack. That would have ruled. Actually, these Doofer brothers suck. Instead of like really laying into the '80s stuff, well, anyways, you know what? One of the big problems is. Anyways, who cares? Just let's go on.
Hmm.
They all have breakfast. There's a narration.
Yeah, they're talking about the military occupation. And then everybody's favorite scene comes up next, I guess, is when the one kid gets bullied at the school for wearing a Hellfire shirt.
That it happens that quickly. The famed bullying scene.
Well, yeah, maybe the one that people are actually talking about is the one that comes a little bit later. But yeah, that it starts there.
The one where he's pushed against the locker bullying, right?
Yeah, but the bigger bullying scene comes a little later.
Yeah, no, the one that everyone talked about was the pushed against the locker one. You know,
Oh,
because
I
it's
thought
so
it was
like
where he got his ass
cheesy.
kicked.
No, no, no. That they don't care about that. That makes sense. That's actual bullying.
Yeah.
The I'm gonna stuff you into your locker nerd type of bullying is what really resonated with people online. They were
Hmm.
like, "This is lame," you know. So he's bullied.
He is bullied.
They don't
Yeah.
have a main cool
Yeah.
bully anymore. They're like, man, now that the really handsome guy died, it's just us.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's just some generic, very generic bullies, and Lucas stands up for him, I guess.
Yeah, Lucas is there.
Yeah.
Why did he back down
Who's
to
the person who
Lucas?
gets? Oh, Dustin. That's his name. Yeah.
Yeah, Dustin.
Mm.
Dustin's like, they kind of mention it. They're like, Dustin's crazy. You know, he needs to stop being. You know, it should have been like one of the themes. They should. Okay, so here's what previous seasons were better.
Uh-huh.
They had like their lives and their stuff, and they're working towards something bigger, but they still have like regular live stuff. You know,
Right.
this season's just like, we got to do this, and then this is gonna happen, and then there's like no time to really like breathe and like feel like you're in a town with these people anymore. You know?
That is actually very true. Yeah, it doesn't like they've built up their personas over 4 seasons already, so they don't feel as though they have to have any more character development. They're like, all right, you already know who these people are. Now let's do some crazy sci-fi shit.
It's not even that crazy. I feel like nothing happened. I feel like a lot of time is just spent with him being like, we gotta find Vecna, and then it's like the next episode, like, we really gotta find Vecna.
Yeah, a lot of it is like very lamely done exposition about like, I don't know, man, it's not gonna work. Well, just hear me out, okay? What if we did this? And then they're just like, yeah, and let's do that. And then it's just like that basically 15 or 20 times
Yeah,
across all the 4 episodes.
it does feel like that. Yeah, they should have had like underlying themes. Like I mentioned it last time, they should have had them thirsting after 11. Her butt and boobs
Mm.
got big, and then they're like,
Yeah, she tried to hide him. Nice try, bitch.
yeah, nice try, 11. She should have. There should have been a scene where her boobs are all freaking hanging down and all full and just like
Yeah,
bursting
we
out.
get like huge under boobs.
Yeah, and then she's like uses her psychic powers, and they're like, and they like suck in and get smaller,
Wow, yeah,
and
that's
she can't
cool.
use her full powers because she's too busy like doing psychic binding. That'd be badass. But they should have had like a underlying theme where they're like, Dustin, you know, like you're doing this hellfire stuff, and it's like this and that, and he's like, I'm doing it because of the one guy who had a small part in last season, and then
Yeah, true.
who died, and then they're like, secretly though, the real reason is it's just not cool anymore. You know, they're like worried about their like image now. They're like,
Yeah, they've all grown up except for Dustin.
yeah, Dustin's like, I want to play D and he was the best D&D. What do they call the guy who does the story?
Dungeon Master.
Dungeon Master. He's the best D&D dungeon master we had, Hawkins County ever saw.
Dustin, please, I'm trying to get laid over here, man.
Like, Dustin, these girls think we're uncool. He's like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter that if we're cool or not. We're trying to save everyone. Like, yeah, but they don't know that. It's like, all right, man. Dustin should have become the bad guy because of that. He should have teamed up with Vecna and been like dressed like you know the Sword and the Stone wizard with like the blue hat with like stars on it, like
Merlin, yes.
yeah, he should have been dressed like Merlin. He's like, Vecna lets me be the guy I want to be, and he's like dressed like Merlin, and he's like the bad guy's assistant, you know. He's like
I
helping
actually
us.
thought it was going to be like that. I thought Dustin was going to become a bad guy. Not in quite the same way, but yeah, that would have been sick. He just approaches Vecna. He's like, "Listen, can we team up?" He's like, "Sure, but I got one request. Name it. I get to dress like Merlin." Done.
He's like, you play D&D with me, and he's like, I really have more important stuff to do, but I guess.
I mean, if that's what it takes, fine.
He just loves D&D that much.
I'll give you a stupid robe with stars on it.
That's awesome. That's an awesome. That's better for sure.
Yeah.
So he has the 80s cliched bullying. The black kid sticks up with him. I like stuff like that, though. I mean, that people are like, oh, this is lame. You know, it kind of sucks that people probably like the more whatever, like the parts where whatever things are running around and the suspense stuff like that. And they don't like the part that's like the black kid's like, get your hands off my friend. You know, that stuff is actually the stuff that I actually enjoy the most.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely feels the most realistic. I'll say that much.
Well, yeah, I guess. Okay, so he's bullied, and then they meet up. Is that what happens?
Yeah, I mean, we're never going to get through this in one podcast if we keep going this slow. But yeah, next is 11 is training. There's a scene where she's training, preparing.
Fair enough. We don't have to really comment on that. Yeah, it's cool. It's fine.
Yeah. It shows the guy sneaking in stuff.
Oh, yeah, the Jewish guy. You think the military, it's the 80s, you think the military would be more suspicious of a Jew, you know?
That's true. It's a good point.
He sucks, by the way.
And then they just start preparing for the crawl.
And that's episode 1.
Basically, yeah.
Do they have any other heartfelt stuff?
They do the crawl. Heartfelt stuff?
Yeah. Know. Is that the part where they talk on the roof? 11 and Mike?
I think that exists in this episode, yeah. I don't remember exactly, but I think so.
Yeah, that's another great part. Like, Elle is, retarded. She's like, I need to recharge my batteries.
Oh, yeah, she still talks like that.
And then I'm retarded. And then this and that, you know? And then Mike's like, and then later, I was like, she's retarded? No, this Mike guy has it great, you know?
I had a retard girl with.
He's just effing the hot retard girl. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's great. What a fucking.
She's more carnal than anything for sure, right? And then, but then there's this part where they're on the roof. I don't know if it's this episode or the next one, but he's like,
yeah, it is this episode.
He's like, well, then all the heroes live happily ever after, and this and that, and I'm like, oh, Mike's retarded also. You can't believe that, and she's like, do you really believe that? And he's like, yeah, sure, why not? And I'm like, that's the worst. That's the worst ending. I hope Mike never becomes the dungeon master, because that's the best ending for heroes is they do something really great and then they leave and they never see each other ever again.
Yeah, the classic Symphony of the Night ending.
Isn't that what has to happen? What do you think's gonna happen? People will die. Here's who dies. 11 dies. Will Byers dies.
Everyone dies.
His mom dies. Well, the Indian girl dies for sure.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, those people should die, in my personal opinion.
Okay.
Okay, well, what else happens? Then they go on the crawl.
Then they go on the crawl, which is basically just I guess they do recon in the Upside Down is the best way to summarize it.
Yeah, they're just going to the pizza parlor and stuff.
Hop goes to the Upside Down, and the plan is to track his location from the normal world. But yeah, as in the later episodes, other people get dragged in.
So all of that takes an hour.
Yeah.
Great. Episode 2. What's that one called? The Crawl Again.
Episode 2, I have no idea what it's called. Honestly.
I know what it's called. It's called The Disappearing of the Broad.
Oh, yeah. The disappearance of, what's her name?
I don't know. Ellie? That's not her name.
No, that is not her name. The vanishing of Holly Wheeler.
Yeah, Holly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what
Hot
happened?
ass Holly.
Yeah, Holly, hot Holly. That's what they should call her.
Hot Holly. Yeah.
Um. Okay, so what happens in this episode? I don't remember any of this stuff.
Yeah, I don't really remember much of it. I mean, I remember it well enough, but not like a play by play. This one is basically as the episode title would imply, Holly Wheeler gets taken by some demogorgons to the Upside Down.
Does it happen like the okay? So everyone's there. They're still like they're doing the radio stuff. Holly and
Yeah, they're
whatchamacallit.
trying to track Jesus, man, and 11's tits in this. Yeah, they're trying to track Hop in the Upside Down. And while they're doing that, I guess, I don't remember how they discovered exactly. Maybe Will has like a premonition mode where he can see that a Demogorgon is coming after Holly. They're coming in, one's coming to the Wheeler household. That's what he sees.
Yeah, that's at the
So
end.
11 and Nancy. What?
That's at the endish of the episode?
No, it's at the very, very beginning of it. I think it might be at the end of the crawl episode where Will has the premonition.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. So they're doing the radio stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then the thing comes and it kills the dad. Is the dad dead?
No, it doesn't kill either of the parents, but it injures them grievously.
Oh yeah, she's like on the spinning thing that's dangerous, and that's when Will has a vision, and they're talking about the crawl again, and Will still has these. Since he's retarded, he has the Dungeons and Dragons characters in like a sack. I remember that. Yeah. How did all of this start? What the hell? Remember in the first season they did all this like creative stuff.
Sure.
They
what
did
sort of creative stuff do you
like
mean?
they talked through the light bright.
Oh yeah.
And like
Yeah, that's true.
things like that. They're like it was like a detective, like a kid's detective thing, like
Yeah,
a little
it was
Goonies,
much more like that. Yeah.
a little bit of the Hardy Bros, and
Yeah.
and now it's like some sort of like they're like a Splinter Cell.
Yeah, pretty much that's what they are. Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm like, how did all of this start? Like, they were just playing Dungeons and Dragons, and then that actually did like. I do feel like all this evil stuff is just because of Dungeons and Dragons. Whatever happened.
Well, I guess it was like the Department of Energy was doing crazy shit, and then like because Dungeons and Dragons were what they knew, they kind of used that as a metaphor for what was going on.
Oh,
and
that's
they
right.
discovered everything that was going on.
It was the
so they
Montauk
became
Project.
kinda,
That's the conspiracy thing I was
yeah.
going to talk about. Yeah, like, so this conspiracy, the Montauk Project, was like they were doing like psychic stuff. Is that what it is? The psychic stuff happened there too, or no?
Yeah, that's what it's basically they had like a very similar to the overarching plot of Fringe. They were trying to basically breed children with special powers.
Yeah, that's what the Montauk Project is too, which is allegedly a real thing. Not really.
I would not doubt it.
Yeah, for sure. The psychic stuff. That was big in like the Cold War and stuff. Like we did try Russia
Absolutely,
and
yeah.
the US tried making like psychic soldiers. And maybe probably successfully did, who knows. But if you're like me, you like to believe in stuff like that. Just a little bit. Not 100% certain of it, but
Sure.
yeah, when I was young, and then all the way until pretty much right now, I've tried to hold up my hand and concentrate and use all these different like, do-it-yourself articles giving tips to do psychic stuff, to move stuff, and it's never happened. There's this light that hangs in my room,
Mm-hmm.
and all the time I'll be like, "This is the day I'm gonna move.
Knock this shit over."
Yeah, just moving it a little bit would be fine. Just something to open a door. It has never happened.
And just one of these days, it's gonna work.
That's what I'm hoping. I guess we'll have to wait
Mhm.
and see. So this is another heavily criticized episode, and the dad gets easily defeated, and then the mom stabs the monster with a bottle, and the monster's like, "Ouch!" You know, his body posture is like, "Oh, owie!"
It hurts.
And they're trying to get to Holly, and
Yeah, so they find out that the Demogorgon took it to the Upside Down, and Nancy tells Elle to chase after it through a rift.
yeah, they get there on time. And then do they spend some time in the hospital in this episode as well?
Yeah, a lot of it takes place in the hospital.
Yeah, because then also Mike shows some more of his retardedness where he's like, yeah, I guess I should be sad, but we really just need to focus on, he's autistic maybe. Maybe he's not fully retarded, but he's autistic. Him and El both.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to care at all about his parents. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
they're,
more concerned about taking out Vecna.
I think he wants to rescue Holly. Is Holly his sister?
No, it's his. Oh yeah, it is his sister. Yeah,
And then the other girl's his sister too.
which girl?
The girl who the boys
Nancy,
like.
yes.
Nancy, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't think I knew that till this season.
Hmm.
I thought that just Mike and Will were the same person.
Yeah, it's easy to get that confused.
um, People are saying kind of dissing the acting. Up until this point, I have no problem with that. Let me just say that I think they're doing a good job for people that are probably tired of being these people over and over again.
Yeah, I felt like the acting was definitely better when they were younger, and that it's oddly worse now. But it's whatever. It's not like overly distracting. It's more the dialogue and how it's written, I feel, is worse than the acting itself.
Yeah, I don't know much to work with because they're not like building. It's not very emotional. It's like very like we need to do this, we need to do that.
Yeah, that's probably what the main issue is. Yeah.
I think so. So 11 goes into the thing, and then they're at the hospital. Oh, and then
Mhm.
earlier on, the Mr. Who's It's is there.
Oh yeah, we haven't really talked about that at all. That happens in the first episode.
Oh, Mr. Who's It's is. Yeah, it's introduced to this guy who they don't show his face, and he's Mr. Who's It's.
Mr. What's It? Yeah.
Mr. What's It. I thought it was gonna be something cooler. I was hoping it was gonna be like some sort of like whatever.
Like
Q.
Slender Man or something.
Yeah, something, like something more supernatural.
Hmm.
And then what happens at the end? She goes in. When does she go in?
When does who go and where?
11 go into the Upside Down.
Right when they get to the Wheeler household. So they find out that the parents have been attacked and they're like barely alive. And there's like a small rift where the Demogorgon had left that's like closing. And then Nancy tells Elle to jump through the rift to follow it.
Does anything fun happen in this episode?
Anything fun?
Like the roof talk or anything like that?
I'm sure there's probably something fun that happens, but hell if I know.
Is this
Nothing overly fun that I would say.
Yeah. Is this the episode where Will sees the lesbians making out?
I don't remember if that was the first episode or the second episode, but yeah, he does see that at some point.
That sucks. He should, in his mind, he's probably like, "Oh man, if I was straight, this would be so cool."
Yeah,
this.
that's what I was thinking. Like, oh man, why do they get to have hot gay sex and I can't?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what he's for sure thinking. He's like, "Damn, this sucks, dude." Even Holly,
I'm the only unsuccessful gay person.
yeah, that's a bummer, man, for sure.
That for sure is, yeah. Man, it's always so much easier for lesbians.
Yeah, they got it going on. I don't know if that's true. You think it's easier for lesbians than dudes?
Oh, for sure. So let me ask you this. What is the biggest fantasy that any gay person has?
They they become a successful clothing designer.
No, sexual fantasy. Sexual fantasy.
Oh. Wow, that's a good one. I don't know. I can't wait to hear this answer.
All right. What's the biggest sexual fantasy for any gay person is to successfully sleep with a straight person, right? That's what they all want to do.
Oh,
If you're a
yeah,
gay guy,
that's
you want to fuck
good.
a straight guy.
That's true. That's amazing.
And that's something that lesbians get to do all the time because women are way more open to that kind of course, a straight woman like, hey, have you ever kissed a girl before? Oh, just messing around with my friends and stuff like that. But guys, they're not like,
Yeah,
hell no,
that's
I've never
true.
kissed
Yeah,
a
yeah.
man.
Have you ever kissed your guy friend? Like, what?
Yeah,
It's a crazy question to ask.
yeah, that is the exact response. Like, wait, what the fuck did you just ask
It's a
me?
weird question to ask.
But yeah, of course, women. You ask if a woman's ever kissed a woman. Yeah, a couple
Yeah,
times before
it
at a
is like,
party.
dude, yeah, for sure. That's pretty good. You've thought about
Yeah,
this. Nice.
I have. This is
You're
something I
smart.
considered a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I was thinking? Oh,
Go ahead.
also about the Holly thing. I feel like it's Mike's something is Mike's fault. Okay, because Holly's like this and that, but he gives her this necklace.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it causes her to make a decision, and she's like, "Of course, this is what this necklace character would do," and it's like a bad idea. And I was like, Mike is the problem actually, if you think about it. All of this stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
like Will,
Yeah, because I think Holly was like telling people about her imaginary friend, and people just thought it was like a normal imaginary friend like any kid would have. But it turned out to be Mr. What's It, who you later find out is Vecna. And yeah, Holly runs away from the house because that's what the D&D character would do. That was on the necklace that Mike gave to Holly.
yeah. And then also the redheaded girl is in the hospital. That's how it ends. And then the black kid's
Yeah,
like,
Max is in the hospital.
he's like, I need you to wake up. And if you're gonna wake up, now's the time to do it.
Yeah, and then Kate Bush plays.
Yeah, he should have touched her boob. He should have been like, well, no one's around.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I get that.
exactly. Like,
It's the end of the world, though. What am I gonna get to do this again?
what does any guy want to do to his girlfriend while she's unconscious?
Grab cop a feel for sure.
Try to rape her. Yeah,
That's what I
it's
was.
like
I was.
exact-
That's how it should have ended. Yeah, the Kate
Mhm.
Bush thing. You know what's really crazy about the I guess that was season 3 or 4, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Was it season 3 or 4? Now I can't even remember the Kate Bush stuff.
I think it was the last one. I think it was 4, but I'm not 100%.
Okay. So that song, the Kate Bush song, was
Mhm.
number 1 on the top 100 for like 2 weeks straight.
Yeah, it definitely made Kate Bush another couple $1,000,000 at least.
That's insane that this show would be so, and it's not this now, but it was at this point probably the height of its popularity.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It made a song from the 80s the number 1 song in like 2000.
That's the power of this
whatever.
bullshit.
That's such a that's the craziest Stranger Things thing, I think.
Yeah. Oh, something else we haven't mentioned is that Linda Hamilton is in this season, which is amusing.
Oh yeah, Linda Hamilton of Terminator 2
Pretty much
fame's
stealing the entire show, in my opinion. But yeah,
Yeah, she's cool. I'd like to know more about her because she's just like, I'm here and I'm a scientist,
Yeah.
general scientist.
yeah. I wish we got more of her story as well. Like find out like some people that she killed to get in her position or something like that. That'd be cool.
Or whatever her background is. I mean, maybe it'll come out later, but in a later episode, Elle's like, I know who you are. You're general scientist. And I was like, how did
Maybe
she
we
know
find out
this?
later that it's Eleven's mother.
No, Levin's mother's dead.
Well, maybe that's what we think.
Why would she be acting like this?
Yeah, Eleven's mother is the lady who doesn't talk that we found out in one of the previous seasons, right?
Oh, really? She was
Yeah,
retarded
like
too. I think
yeah,
this
she was retarded.
this show is secretly such woke
You should
garbage.
have named the show "Retarded Things."
That'd be so. Yeah, that would be an amazing show. Actually, retarded
much,
things.
much better. It makes so much more sense. Like Dustin's retarded, and Mike's retarded.
Yeah, they're
Everyone's
all
just
retarded. They're all in the short bus. That's how they come together. That's great.
That's such a great, yeah. What a great, much better name for the show.
I was also thinking about that. I was talking about with Vanessa. I was like, "How about this? Stranger Things."
Stranger Things.
And it's the same show, but everyone's black.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it's the same show except it takes place in the South and everyone's incestuous. They're all the same family.
Yeah, it's like, well, that's cool too. I mean, that could be you know, subplot.
Subplot.
Yeah,
Okay.
and but Stranger Things, and they're all black and stuff. And then Vanessa said,
Yeah.
"But there's a black guy in it," and I said, "Yeah, but." In this show, it's a
No,
white
exactly
guy.
Oh, but yeah, that's cool.
They let one white
The
kid in
only
their
white
group.
guy.
Yeah. He's just really poor. He's like a super poor white kid.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
And then Vanessa said, "How would he act?" And I said, "Pretty much the exact same way as they have the black guy in the show."
That's what I was thinking. Like, yeah, there is in fact a black person in Stranger Things, but I mean he's not really black. He looks black. He ain't black though. He's
There's
like the
nothing
least
black
person.
about him. Yeah, exactly.
No, yeah, he has a flat top. That's it. That's the extent of his blackness.
That is it. And people are complaining about his flat top. They say it looks horrible, this. And I actually do agree with that. His flat top looks... I don't think there's any time in the history of the flat top it ever looked like this.
No, absolutely not. Like any black person who actually has a flat top, that shit is like it's like perfect. It's like lined up and everything. It's like this is not how any black person wore a flat top, all right?
Yeah, it's a flat top, too. Like, it like goes out... It makes his head look like a square.
Yeah.
It's not just the top of his head flat. His head looks like he looks like a Minecraft character or something from behind. Yeah, there's nothing black about him, which rules.
Hmm.
Except for him thirsting after the redheaded white girl.
That is for sure.
That's the
a
blackest
very
thing he does.
Black
in-
thing.
Yeah. The stupid show.
He steals the redheaded bitch.
Oh,
of
and
course.
he's good at basketball. That was the one
Oh,
thing
yeah, he's
they
on
give
the
him.
basketball team. True.
He's like he wins the championship for him. Remember?
He does. Yeah, I remember that.
That was great. That was a great thing too. The other seasons are so good. We won't get anything like that. But they're like, Dustin was like, if you're not at the D&D thing, we're not friends anymore. And he's like, it's the championship game. You can't be serious. And he's like, I'm dead serious. And then he's like, man, forget this. I'm gonna play in the championship game. This is
It's a
crazy.
fucking basketball team.
This is a big opportunity for me. I'm not gonna pass it up.
Yeah.
And he wins it. He takes the winning shot. That was cool. I was like, great. This is fun. A little bit of fun interjected in this show that's, about the devil.
Yeah, ultimately. They should definitely give him some more black stuff for sure.
Yeah, he should be like, yeah, that should have been it. It should have been all the guys going their own separate ways and not caring about Vecna.
That'd be cool, yeah.
He's like, man, fuck Vecna. I don't give a fuck. But they had to blow up the town and stuff. Anyways, episode 3.
Episode 3.
Do you know what happens in it?
Well, the name of it is The Turnbow Trap.
Oh, yeah, they kidnapped the fat kid.
Correct, yeah. That is the main gist of this one.
They kidnap a fat kid.
Yep.
They do all this stuff and they figure out it's the fat kid. Well, they kind of don't. They don't know who the kid is, and then Will's just like, I know who it is. And they're like, all right, sure.
Yeah, he has another premonition where he sees the next person. So that's how he found out that it was Holly. He can somehow, because he has this connection to Vecna, he can see who Vecna's next targets are. So he saw that Vecna's next target was going to be this kid named Derek Turnbow. I think his name's Derek.
This is also the episode where the lesbian and him have like a heart-to-heart, right? About the video.
Yeah, I think that's
about the
this
old
one,
video or whatever.
Yeah.
That was another really good scene. I'm like, I love this. The best thing for this season, somehow for me, the best thing is the gay friends.
It is the most heartfelt moment. I will give you that. Yeah.
Is this the one where Dustin gets beat up?
No, that happens in the very first episode.
In the very first episode, they show that he's cleaning his friend's grave.
Yeah, exactly.
He really is retarded, man. Don't expect me to do that shit for you.
No, I would definitely not. I'd be like, the fuck are you doing? Get the hell out of here, dude.
You're ghost.
Yeah. I'm haunting you because you keep fucking with my grave.
That's great. I love that. That's actually, that's awesome. I'm going to clean your grave. Me and you just hanging out, a ghost thing. That's a sweet sitcom. They should have done something like that.
Yeah.
A ghost joins them.
We were talking about something like this in some previous episode. I don't remember what what we're talking. Something where somebody was at a grave and something happens. Well, it was very recent. It was like a movie we watched.
I wonder. That sounds great. Being friends with a ghost in like the movie Ghost, like a ghost movie ghost like fashion, if that makes any sense. That's awesome.
God, what were we talking about? Somebody had they were enemies and then they became friends by having a short fist fight at a cemetery.
Oh, that was the Happy Gilmore too.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yes.
Yeah, that's silly.
That's what it was. Shooter McGavin.
Yeah. So we go to episode 3 and nothing happens again. Oh, I think they argue. He's like, you're trying to steal my girlfriend. He is, right? Or is he not now? Holly's sister, Nikki, or whatever her name is.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that's correct. So, Jonathan thinks that the cool guy, whose name I can't remember, is trying to steal Nancy from him. Because I guess Nancy and he are dating. They're actually dating in real life as well.
So that can't happen, I guess.
Yeah,
make him too jealous. But he was trying to steal Nancy, and now they got rid of that because they're like, actually, that's a scumbag move.
Yeah, he was in the past, but I don't think he is anymore. Steve.
Why would Steve stop doing that though? Nancy didn't get less hot.
That's you're 100% right about that. I don't know.
I'm not trying to steal Nancy. I'm like, are we supposed to believe this now? Maybe he's just playing.
I think it's because
hardcore.
of his lesbian friend. Like he first started to like his lesbian friend, and then he was gonna ask her out, but then he found out that she was a lesbian. Then after that, I guess he just had a come to Jesus moment and said, you know what? I should really not try to steal my friend's girlfriend.
He's like, I'm sick of women.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe I'll become gay.
Yeah, that should be the ending. Everyone's happy. Will is gay with Steve Harrington.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Mike, and Mike's and Will and Will's mom are dead. Mike could get with the black girl, the little black girl.
Oh yeah,
that'd be sweet.
The little black curly.
That's a sweet. This is good. That's good.
Lucas's sister.
Yeah, Lucas's sister. And then that's
Yeah, she. That's funny, actually. Now that I think about it, she's so much blacker than Lucas. How the hell did that happen?
yeah, she's black and Luke is not.
Yeah,
That's insane.
It's like, she's just like, man, get your ass out of here! I'm trying to study space and shit.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna stab a bitch in the neck with a needle.
Yeah,
That's good.
that is funny. While we're at it, light up your fucking flat top, homie.
Yeah, that flat top looks ass. You're fucking
Some weak ass shit. Yeah.
That's great. That would be better if they really laid into that for yeah.
Yeah. That would be sick, absolutely.
Well, and then I guess they probably figure out some other stuff, and 11 and what's her face meet up, and who cares? The real thing, the real star of the show is and I bet this is what you're talking about that you said I'd love, when the little kid breaks free and starts beating everyone up, basically.
The little kid, but oh no, that is not what I was going to talk about. No. I think that was still in the third episode. I was talking about what happens in the fourth.
Oh, let's get to that then. In the third episode, they get the fat kid.
Yeah, the third episode is basically Home Alone, essentially.
Yeah. Okay, crazy. That'd be sick in Home Alone if Macaulay Culkin was like barbed wire, lighting shooting them with a shotgun and shit.
Yeah, this is really gonna get old Joe Pesci.
This will teach him. That would kill them. Yeah, that's sweet, dude.
Yeah. I got something for old Joe Pesci right here, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's sweet. He puts a shotgun through the stair floors and shoots him up through his crotch, out his brain.
Throws a Molotov cocktail on him.
He did light them on fire, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know what was I thought would have been cool if the little kid, instead of trying, how he pushes the mom down and she's like, "Ow, what the hell?"
Yeah.
And he tries to run out the gate or something.
Yeah.
Or he runs up the ladder and they push his ladder, or he beats everyone up. It would have been sweet.
Yeah, in a very Resident Evil 4 moment by pushing the ladder off.
Yeah, and running around and stuff. Yeah, it would have been sweet if he pushed the mom over. And then she's like, "What the heck?" And then he mounted her and he started punching her. He's just beating up the mom. He knows he's gonna get caught, but he's beating the shit out of the mom.
Yeah, take this, mom.
That would have been amazing.
Analog for his own mom. He's always wanted to beat the shit out of his own mom.
This is what you get for taking Quaaludes all the time.
Yeah.
And
one thing I did notice. So when they first show this kid in his house, the one that they kidnapped, Derek Turnbow, they show him playing Ghosts and Goblins in his room.
Oh yeah, he's playing Ghosts and Goblins. Yeah, that's cool. I said that to Van too.
And, yeah, the very first thing I noticed though is that is not the NES version of Ghosts and Goblins. That's the arcade version.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. It's this looks pretty good.
It looks way too good. yeah, way too good.
They just used the emulator to play it. They probably just played the Switch one.
Yeah, probably.
Some bullshit
fucking
like that.
Doofer Brothers.
Yeah, Doofer.
Thought we wouldn't know.
Yeah, idiots. Nice. Where's the quality check?
I know.
Do they call themselves nerds? Really?
Show. I would think so. I mean, given what happens throughout the entire show,
they might just be fucking exploiting people. They might just be smart, actually, instead of as dumb as we're always telling them. Calling them.
The entire thing is nerd-sploitation. Yeah,
it is. It sucks. All right, and then he does not get taken because they run over the Goremonger or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the Demogorgon. So they managed to carry out their plan and prevent the Demogorgon from taking Turnbow. And at the very end of the episode, we find out that, I guess we didn't mention it earlier, but Holly is inside the Upside Down, a part of it that's inside Vecna's mind. So she's staying in like a nicer area, or what's made to look like a nice area. And she also finds Max, who is in a coma, is there as well at the end of the episode.
Yeah, Max is there, and then Skip. I know this is episode 4, but she tells this story where he's like, "Then I came to this little clearing in the rocks, and it looks beautiful, but it's this and that." And he's like, "But I came here, and he couldn't go in here. It wasn't like he was scared of it. It was like he was terrified, like something happened here." And I was like, well, there's only one thing that could happen in a place like that, right?
He was raped.
He was raped. Absolutely. That's what I was like. That has to be it. I was like, I can't wait to get to this episode when they show Vecna getting raped.
Yeah. Only one thing makes him mad. That's scary. I've seen that look before.
Yeah.
This man was raped.
Yeah, but a little clearing in between the rocks and you're that scared. Mm-hmm. You were raped.
Absolutely.
And then also he does like they do this thing where, you know, it is a kind of like Urasaki Doji tentacle rape thing of him putting those things in the kid's mouth. In fact, there's this one scene that I feel like is like really just like that, where he's like talking about like Will being kidnapped, and he does that. And I was like, holy moly.
Yeah, I saw that. And it was, yeah, exactly. The first thing you think of is tentacle hentai.
Tentacle hentai, yeah. So they got that in there too. These guys are con artists. Anyways,
you're right. I think that the more we talk about it, the more I realize they are just fucking exploiting this shit. Absolutely.
Yeah, they ripped off the Motog thing. They put in tentacle rape. Mm-hmm. They throw in ghosts and goblins or ghouls and ghosts, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, all right, whatever. And everyone makes a lot of noise and all this stuff. And then we get to episode 4, and it's the Great Escape.
Yep.
Nothing happens again, right? Oh no, they do. Well, they kill people. So L and the other guy have been just wandering around the outside, and they find a wall, and they shoot and they murder soldiers, who for the most part haven't done anything.
Elle and Hop have been in the Upside Down, and in the previous episode, Hop sets a trap where he kills a bunch of soldiers, and then they psychically torture a soldier to find out information about the military people.
Yeah, Elle and Hop are the bad guys, actually. I mean, Vecna's the main bad guy, but they're pretty bad.
They're pretty bad, yeah. They're not afraid to, fight fire with fire, so to speak.
Yeah, they kill innocent soldiers who've done nothing really to the people,
Yeah, just following orders.
So, what happens in episode 4? Nothing again.
Episode 4 is primarily about them trying to take Vecna's future targets from the military base to keep them safe.
And
so that's the military rounds up the kids trying to keep them safe, and they're like, no, we can keep them much safer than hundreds of soldiers with guns.
I mean, it turns out to be true, but that wasn't the case at the time. Unless they were just going to keep doping them up with sacks over their heads for, like, indefinitely.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, how are you going to keep them safe? Just keep them blindfolded forever?
Stab out their eyes. The mom's like, I'm gonna gouge out your eyes now.
It's the only way.
It's a good impression.
Yeah, the thing that doesn't make sense to me, though, is like the military. So we find out kind of early on that the military, and this is part of Linda Hamilton's job, has been studying the nature of the Upside Down and all the Demogorgons and everything. So they know its weaknesses. They know to fight everything with fire. They've come up with kryptonite, is what they refer to it in the show, for Elle to make it so she can't use her psychic powers. So they understand all this shit, but then when it really comes down to fighting these things, for some reason they're like, forget about the flamethrowers, just try to shoot it a lot. And I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Am I supposed to believe this shit?
Oh, and yeah. And I was under the impression that a hellfire hail of gunshots would kill one of these things. They can't die? Is that it? I thought they killed these things before.
I thought so too, yeah, because in the Russian episode, they seem to have no problem just shooting it with regular firearms. So I don't know why they're stronger now. I don't get that either. Like, it's like, yes, they're big, strong, freakish creatures that move fast, but bullets still fucking work as far as I knew. So I don't know why these things now have like titanium armor or
They're
something that
invincible.
bullets don't do anything.
Yeah, so the other thing is Elle and Hop think that Vecna, because when they're interrogating the guy, they think Vecna's in
Yeah, they think
the
the
room.
military is keeping
The
Vecna,
military.
and that's the only thing that can be L's kryptonite is Vecna. They know that there's a strong psychic presence, and they assume that it's Vecna.
Yeah, because they haven't been able to find him. So they're like, it's got to be Vecna. And it's like all this stuff is happening, and they do all this stuff to get in there. And then Elle finds out that General Scientist is her mother. And the guy's like, I got to blow myself up.
Yeah.
And she's like, no. He's like, sorry, I gotta. Would that even kill Vecna? I don't even get that. Anyway, so
Yeah, I don't...
he's like, he goes, and then all this stuff is happening, and the ending fights happen. The big ending, all these demigorgs come and they're fighting the military and all that shit, right? And
Yeah.
then things kind of cool off and everything. The anti-psychic suppression stops, and the guy comes out, and he has this look on his face where he's just like, oh God.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they go in the room and they see something infinitely scarier than Vecna, an Indian girl with psychic powers.
This is what I wanted to talk about when I wanted you to see the final episode, because as it turns out, the only thing more powerful than a woman is an Indian woman.
Well,
And as we find out later than that, a gay man.
yeah. Well, I knew there had to be other psychics because I was like, it can't just be Elle. The cliche with this is psychics or heroes from other all come together, right? You know,
Yeah.
and so the Indian one comes. So it's gonna be the redheaded girl somehow, or she's like a ghost soldier or something, and then Elle and the Indian girl, and then
Hmm.
I was like, there probably should be one more, and then it is Will. Yeah, as you mentioned, the gay guy. Will becomes the strongest psychic out of all of them somehow.
Yeah, exactly. The super psychic is now a gay man.
Yeah, the wussiest nerd who sucks and is gay is now the strongest.
Yeah, it's really. I thought it was just the chef's kiss moment, honestly. I was like, yes, this does make perfect. Of course.
It was kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie though. I'm glad that the gay guy is the super psychic, to be honest.
so, so, so you think now he's gonna like use his psychic powers to force Mike to have sex?
That's
with
what
him?
everyone's saying. Yeah, that was a reoccurring comment on X, and people have like these weird like, I don't know if they're AI or what or software, but it's like the Ratoshi video I sent you. There's like this one of like a Will pasted on like a 3D model, and he's like dancing around, like thrusting and stuff, and it shows like a 3D Mike being like, subdued psychically. I was like, great. That's
Mike
it.
is gonna like hijack Mike's. Will is gonna hijack Mike's mind to make it. Mike think that Will is actually 11. Have sex with me, Mike. And
Like,
it's
follow
actually
me,
Will.
He should no, he should use his psychic powers to like reprogram his
Forcefully
brain,
thrust Mike.
rewire his brain
Oh,
like something
wow.
diabolical.
He actually just turns him into a gay man.
He turns him
That's
gay.
brilliant.
Yeah, he's like Subi's the most evil guy by far now.
You know, I haven't been into you as much anymore, 11. I don't know why.
He's just feeling different these days. Like at first he's just like, no, I think I'm just sick. You know, it's like a horror movie. Actually, he's slowly becoming gay from those brains being rewired.
That's much more insidious than what I had in mind. Yeah,
That's way more evil. Just tricking him a little. That's like Shang Tsung. Who cares?
You really know how to use psychic powers to their maximum. I will
Yeah. I can't wait to unlock my psychic powers. That'll show everyone.
You've definitely been thinking about this.
I'm forcing people. That's my revenge. That's my final. That's my fatality. I turn you gay.
That's terrible. Could you just rip my head off with psychic powers? No. I'm gonna force you to live out a long gay life.
Yeah, that is the worst.
Jeez,
that is serious stuff for sure.
Terrible fate.
Yeah, no doubt. That's evil. Not that gay people are evil, but if they do, you get psychic powers to use them like that. I don't know. I don't feel like that's right. So, anyways, then the cool thing is Vecna also is just like, I guess I'll show myself too. Why not?
No, yeah. He comes out of the upside down and he's just fucking murdering people, yeah.
Yeah, he's like the boss. I'm like, they have those speakers. Why didn't they use the speakers on him? I want to see if it does anything.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was wondering as well. It's like, okay, so not only did you forget about the flamethrowers, you forgot about the psychic speakers. Okay, great.
Yeah, they should have blasted him with the speakers and done all this stuff and then just shot him to death and he died. And then it goes on to the other stuff I wanted, where they're too cool and they hate each other and Mike gets turned gay.
Yeah.
And that's how it ends. That's Stranger Things Season 5, Part A.
Yep, the first arc.
What happens with Vecna, actually? I can't remember. Mike does all this psychic stuff. What does Vecna do? Oh, he gets the fat kid or something?
So Vecna comes and basically unlocks, with the help of the homosexual heart-to-heart with the lesbian girl, he unlocks Will's secret powers, and then Vecna's like, ha, you're too weak, and then he goes back to the Upside Down, and then it's like all the Demogorgons are about to take out the Dungeon Dragons crew, all of the kids, and then Will's like, no, you don't, and then he like stops the Demogorgons in air with his psychic ability, kills them all, and then that's the episode.
Yeah, so Vecna is gone, and he has 2 kids now.
Yeah.
You know what would be awesome? This is what would be the most awesome thing in the world.
I think he actually has all the kids. The Demogorgons managed to take all the kids back.
Oh, yeah. He creates evil psychic soul, like evil hybrid human monsters like him, like the God Hand from Berserk. And then they grow up and he does all this stuff to make them into evil, like those type of things. And and everything's gone to normal in the town. And now the Stranger Things kids are their actual ages. And they're like grown up, like it kind of.
That'd be cool, yeah.
That'd be cool.
That would actually be a much better idea.
Yeah, like a time skip, an anime style time skip.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Nah, nothing cool will happen.
Yeah, they're not going to do it like that, absolutely.
And then the last thing's like a movie. What is that? How does that happen? A movie? What the hell?
Is it? I don't know. I haven't heard about that.
Yeah, the last episode is 2 hours long. And
I didn't know that.
Some will be shown in select theaters too.
That's fucking weird, but okay. Yeah, so we watched the first half, and then there's 4 more episodes. 3 of them come out on Christmas, and then the last one comes out on New Year.
Yeah, they should. I don't know what the hell is gonna happen. They better do something though.
Guess we'll find out.
Yeah, the 3 episodes? What the fudge? What can they do now? It's like whatever. There better be a big good twist for me going through 4 episodes of the same crap, or one little thing happens.
A Mike turning Will gay type of thing.
Yeah. If that was the twist, this would be that would really redeem it for me for sure.
That would get a round of applause out of me for the Doofer brothers. I'd
Dude,
be
I
like,
would
"All
jump.
right, you
I
know
would.
what?"
Like when people they have these reaction videos where they jump out of a chair and they're like, yeah, this and that. Like all crazy and stuff. That would get me to do that. I'd stand up and be like, oh, dude, I can't even think of something, anything that I've seen in so long that would make me get up and be like, this is so hype.
That would absolutely get the slow.
Yeah, rewind frame. That'd be fucking amazing. So anyways, what do you feel? You like this season? Where does it stand in your Stranger Things season rankings?
It's probably the second to the weakest season for me personally.
What's the weakest season?
Whichever one it is where Elle is like on her own going to meet her psychic brothers and sisters.
Yeah, the
Where
Indian
she
girl.
originally meets the Indian. Yeah, that one. That season is definitely the weakest for me.
Yeah, that one's weird. And it's like only a
Yeah.
few episodes. That season only has a few episodes where Elle's like, I'm wearing a leather jacket. I am bad because I am wearing a leather jacket.
No, yeah. She's like a rebel, and yeah.
She doesn't do anything.
It's very
I don't think she steals
strange.
anything or anything.
Yeah, I don't even remember. I can barely even remember what happens in the season because it's so strange.
It's the
really
strangest
lives up to the-
Stranger Things. Somehow.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
the
it's actually the
strangest
best secretly.
You want to see some real strange stuff? Check this out.
Yeah, check out a retarded person trying to be in a gag.
Yeah, check out an Indian psychic.
Yeah, that's lame. You know what her powers should have been? Like she juggles. Or something like that,
Flaming sticks, yeah.
That'd be sick. Something like that. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. She does yoga.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. She stretches her arms like Dalsim. She's basically just Dalsim.
She's awesome, yeah. She's blowing fire.
That'd be badass.
Oh.
There's this anime called Harmageddon.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like this. It's kind of like these people come together, but it's like people from like different countries and it's really cool. Anyways, psychic stuff is cool. This is not that cool, to be honest, but I guess it's fine. I'm enjoying it enough. I'd say it's probably the worst one, the worst season. Even worse than Leather Jacket 11.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it fine, I guess. I mean, it's nothing amazing, but it's watchable.
I haven't sat down and watched something like this probably since Stranger Things season 4. Not really any, show I've sat down to watch.
Mm-hmm.
At least not if I'm not exercising at home. I'll watch like I don't know, probably nothing like this, but it's not gonna have it's not gonna be so popular that it puts like an 80s star at the number one of the Billboard
100.
Top
Yeah.
100. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
That's so crazy, man.
It is, yeah.
Anyways, that was oh wait, hold on. Oh, I closed the royalty free Stranger Things music. Dang it.
Oh man. I'm really curious to hear it.
Well, don't worry, we can find it. You can hear it. But that was the Macky Rat podcast discussion on Stranger Things season 5. As if this even what were we thinking?
Yeah, nobody likes these recap videos, especially not after the fact.
What about yeah, well, guess what? Next week's our Christmas extravaganza.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so
are we gonna do a show for the week after next, which would be the day after Christmas?
What, really?
Well, I mean, I'm asking you, are we gonna do a show for the day after Christmas?
The day
That'll
after?
be 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, we'll just do a regular show.
Yeah. Well, if we Today is the 12th, and if we do a show 2 weeks from now, that would be the 26th, which is the start of Kwanzaa. So we can have a
Kwanzaa extravaganza.
spectacular.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Great. That's great. Yeah.
Hell
I'll be
yeah.
back.
All
I'll
right.
be here. I'll be fine. I have Christmas off, so Christmas day after off, and sure, we'll do an
All right.
episode. Or are you saying we record 2 episodes next week?
No, I was just wondering if you were gonna be in fine form for Kwanzaa.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to be driving back. Well, we'll talk about that, but we'll talk about that in the Christmas episode.
All right.
All right, then. No facts tonight. We'll see you next week.